what I think investors have to be really paying attention to is where is the value migrating to faster and quicker. And because we saw with NVIDIA, once the market figures out that there's a there, that there's a real earning story there, the pricing is immediate.
What would you say is the number two secret to investing in the next wave of AI stocks?
So I think on the AI component, I think we need to be flexible, tuned in, if you will, adaptable to how the narrative is going to change. So it's a rapidly evolving technology at a very early stage. I mean, I was involved with this stuff going back to early 2000s, right, as I mentioned. And for much of the innovation from then up until generative AI, it was very, very incremental. It was very difficult to implement those AI systems in businesses at large scale. And now we're in a different paradigm where with generative AI, you've got something that's largely out of the box. You give it some data sets that are unique to you, and you have a unique solution for you to be able to do many, many different tasks or aspects of different tasks. That story, that general story, I don't think is going to change. But what I think investors have to be really paying attention to is where is the value migrating to faster and quicker. And because we saw with NVIDIA, once the market figures out that there's a there, that there's a real earning story there, the pricing is immediate. You're not going to be able to get in. You've got to get in well before the market figures out that this is where the technology is going and this is what it's capable of doing for certain firms. So I think that's why I'm getting to a sort of from my perspective, we have to be very much on our toes and adaptable as the narrative changes, as the technology changes, to recognize where the value is flowing to and try to get into those companies earlier rather than later. So it's a bit of a general answer, but I think that we can't just sort of sit still and expect we know how it's going to unfold today. We don't. That's what we spend our time at Mark, and is trying to in the weeds of this every single day to kind of figure out where it's going next.